This is not what most people expect when they hear Africa. But Africa is changing fast, and it's now one of the fastest developing regions in the world, with rising tech hubs, growing economies, and rapidly transforming cities. This is Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, one of the fastest transforming cities in Africa. Look at these modern buildings behind me. Just a few years ago, Addis Ababa didn't look like this. The city is currently going through a major transformation through two key projects. The first is the Beautifying Shagar project, which is focused on cleaning and transforming the city's riversides into green spaces, public parks, and recreational areas. And the second one is the Corridor Development Project, which is redesigning major roads across the city, adding modern streets, pedestrian walkways, and cycling lanes to make Addis more organized and livable. This is Bole, one of the most modern areas of Addis Ababa. Here you will find wide sidewalks, bike lanes, modern shopping malls, and plenty of stylish cafes and restaurants. This is one of the cafes with a really unique design and modern feel. It's the kind of spot that shows how the cafe culture in Addis is also evolving, not just the streets and buildings. Trash cans here. This area is really nice, so clean, and there are also benches so you can sit and have a rest. Bicycle lanes, just amazing. At night, Bole really transforms. The main road stays active with hotels, restaurants, and shopping centers still open. The entire area lights up and everything feels so alive. There is a constant flow of people and traffic, and it really feels comfortable and safe to walk around even late in the evening. This transformation isn't just about how the city looks, but also about how it works. Getting around is pretty easy. You got ride hailing apps like Ride and Yango, so moving around the city feels really convenient. What really stood out to me with Yango is that even without a local SIM card, you can still sign up with a foreign number, and drivers even have the option to call you through WhatsApp, which just makes everything so much easier. You can even download the app before arriving in Ethiopia and start using it straight after you land, even without a local number. And you will also see electric buses all around the city, which honestly feels like a big step forward. There is also new infrastructure like this pedestrian underpass, making it safer and easier for people to get across busy roads. Inside the underpass, you will find small cafes, shops, and clothing stores. The Addis Ababa International Airport is an experience on its own. It's so beautiful, modern, well organized, and easy to navigate. There are self check in kiosks, comfortable lounges, sleep areas for long transfers, and Wi Fi. Even at the gates, there are charging ports, which makes it really convenient. This is one of Africa's busiest airports with a lot of international traffic coming through. So behind me, you can see Abrehot Library, that modern building over there. And on this side, we have Ambassador Shopping Mall. This is the most modern library in Ethiopia, and it officially opened in January 2022. The architecture design mixes modern style with cultural elements, especially these tall columns with writings in different languages, which give the space a really unique identity. There is also a statue of a young boy resting on a stack of books while holding up the world with his feet. The idea behind it is to show how a child can shape the world through knowledge, education, and learning. The library is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It can accommodate over 2,000 people at the same time, with space for more than a million books and digital resources. Inside, you will find reading halls, study areas, children's section, comprehensive services for the blind, and conference rooms. This is the biggest modern science museum in Africa. It's divided into different sections like artificial intelligence, climate change, agriculture, renewable energy, and aerospace. What makes it interesting is that it's very interactive, so you don't just walk around and look at things. You can actually explore, try, and experience it yourself.
So from the five permanent exhibition, now we are in the first section, which means about the artificial intelligence. So our future in Toto Park also it has the canal, it has this beautiful walkway. And also we have in Toto Park in our country. To see the second section, which means about the climate change. The first cause is the boom cause, which means when we burn or cut the trees, deforestation,
Yeah.
one of the big causes of the climate change.
በሚያስደንቅ ቁሶች ውስጣችሁ በጣም ደስተኛ ነው። ወደ ዘልቀው ለመግባት ነው።
Look at this, you will see the future at this. Section is the last section, which means about the aerospace. because this model is called the cupola model, Boeing crew space transportation.
Inside the museum, there is a cafe where you can have a traditional coffee. And from the rooftop, you can get some amazing views of the city. Unity Park is one of the most beautiful parks you can find in the city. It's a place where history, culture, and nature all come together. Here, you will find a museum, a former palace, even a small zoo, and different cultural pavilions. This is the throne house where you can get a glimpse into the country's imperial history. Here you can even see a life-size wax statue of Emperor Haile Selassie. It's so beautiful. The National Palace is an important landmark in the city, even though it's still a working residence and office of the president. It used to be the home of Emperor Haile Selassie, and today some parts are open as a museum. Here you will also find a car museum with luxury cars from Haile Selassie's time, including Rolls-Royce, Cadillac, and other official state vehicles used for ceremonies and important events. Near the National Palace, there is a beautiful fountain show happening at Riverside Park. It's a 30-minute synchronized display of water, music, and lights that runs every evening around 7 p.m. It's part of the new Ring of Wisdom area from the Corridor Development Project. Another beautiful park is Friendship Park, also known as Shager Park, and it's one of the biggest urban parks in Addis Ababa. It has an artificial lake, open spaces for gathering, and a really nice fountain show at night. The park is full of flowers and different types of plants, making it one of the greenest areas in the city. Addis Ababa has really surprised me, especially the transformation happening across the city. I can't even imagine what the city will look like in a year or two. This was just the modern side of Addis, but there is also so much culture and history here. More coming in the next video.